This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. With the Free National Movement Convention about a month away, former Elizabeth Member of Parliament Dr. Dwayne Sands has declared his candidacy for chairman of the party. JCN's Laurentia Smith was at the party's headquarters on Mackey Street and filed this report.
Former Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands has officially been nominated for chairman of the Free National Movement on Monday. The party is expected to host a convention on February 23rd to the 25th virtually. He told reporters that he's a constant team player and adding that he doesn't need to be the leader of the party to make an impact.
I would say categorically that Dwayne Sands does not need to be the leader of the Free National Movement in order to feel that he's himself actualized. Dwayne Sands does not need to be Prime Minister. What I would love to be is an effective, reliable part of the team that is going to further deliverance of the Bahamian people. I believe in the leadership, the consultative approach of Michael Pinto, and he will have in me an incredible ally, along with the officer corps of the Free National Movement, not only here at headquarters, but throughout the family of Islands and in all of the constituencies in Providence and elsewhere. He will be able to know that we have his back.
Last week, former Golden Gate MP Michael Folks was also nominated for the chairman post. Now, Dr. Sands is no stranger to holding leadership positions within the party. In fact, he was elected as deputy chairman, serving from 2012 to 2014.
What I hope to bring to this organization is a level of focus and resolve to make sure that this Free National Movement is in winning form. And whenever the next general election is called, that we are able to mount a very effective campaign, that we are battle ready, and that we are prepared to win the next general election and become the next government of the Bahamas under the leadership of Michael Pinto.
Meantime, former Speaker of the House, Talia Johnson, throwing her support behind Dr. Sands. She explains why.
I decided to support Dr. Sands because I think he brings experience. He brings knowledge in an area that's challenging the country. And he speaks to it in a manner that we can understand and we respect and appreciate. So I think that is critical at this time.
The former Elizabeth MP is the second candidate to enter the race for the chairmanship of the party. Apart from the leadership convention last November, this will be the first convention the party has held since 2016. I'm Laurentia Smith for JCN News.
The COVID-19 death toll here in the Bahamas is now at 746, as the Ministry of Health and Wellness has reported 11 COVID deaths over the weekend. 10 of the unfortunate deaths are residents of New Providence, the other a resident of Abaco. Those that succumbed to the virus range in ages between 45 years old and 98 years old and include 7 females and 4 males. These deaths occurred between December 31st, 2021 and January 25th this year. Health officials also reporting 4 deaths under investigation. That category now tallies at 44. 166 people have been confirmed to have died with the COVID-19 virus, but not because of the virus. Meantime, 136 new COVID infections were confirmed in the country over the weekend, pushing total COVID-19 cases in country to 32,512. 7,134 cases are currently active. Hospitalizations have decreased. 118 people are in hospital, 109 considered moderately ill, with 9 of them in the intensive care unit. 244 people were reported recovered over the weekend. A busy weekend for law enforcement officers as the country recorded 3 murders over the span of 3 days. One of those killings here on New Providence, one on Abaco, and one on Grand Bahama. On Saturday, sometime after 7 p.m., police here in the capital were alerted to a shooting incident on Comfort Street. Officers responded and investigations revealed that a male and female were sitting in a vehicle outside their residence when they heard the sound of gunshots. Moments later, the male realized that he was shot and he was then transported to the hospital in a private vehicle where he later succumbed to his injuries. Over on Abaco, shortly after 4 a.m., officers from the Marsh Harbor Police Station received the report of a male being found unresponsive on Crockett Drive. On their arrival at the scene, they observed the lifeless body of a dark adult male on the ground with apparent gunshot injuries about the body. A white Honda vehicle was also found near the victim. EMS personnel attended the scene. Having found no signs of life, the victim was transported to the Marsh Harbor Clinic. He was seen and examined by a doctor who pronounced him deceased. Police on Grand Bahama then reported on the same day, shortly before 6 p.m., they received a report of a male being shot in the area of Sapadilla Road, Hannah Hill, 8 Mile Rock. Information was received that the victim was transported to the Round Memorial Hospital via a private vehicle to seek medical attention. The initial investigation revealed that 2 adult males, while playing a game of backgammon, were approached by a male armed with a firearm. The male then pointed the firearm in their direction and discharged several rounds of ammunition, shooting one of the males in the chest. The male with the firearm then fled in nearby bushes, making good his escape. The victim was seen and examined by a doctor and later pronounced deceased. An adult male is in police custody assisting with the investigation. All matters remain under active investigation. In other crime news, a man and a woman are in police custody over on Grand Bahama after they were allegedly found in possession of a quantity of dangerous drugs with intent to supply. Reports from Grand Bahama and Northern Bahamas Police Press Liaison Officer, Assistant Superintendent Stephen Roll, indicating that shortly before 9 a.m. Sunday, a team of officers from the Northeastern and Mobile Divisions, while acting on intelligence, went to a business establishment on Settlers Way East. Upon their arrival, officers saw and spoke with a female who gave some additional information. Police subsequently searched her vehicle, a white Jetta, where officers found a clear plastic bag containing a quantity of suspected marijuana. A second search of a blue backpack found inside the business establishment was conducted, where a quantity of suspected marijuana was also found. Officers also confiscated $1,667, suspected to be the proceeds of crime. As a result, an adult male and an adult female were arrested. Investigations are being continued. While they too have had their share of heated election battles, the Bahamas Golf Federation returned incumbent President Linford Miller and his team office unopposed during their annual general meeting on Saturday. Just across the way in the Queen Elizabeth Sports Complex at the National Tennis Center, the AGM and election of officers were postponed by a Friday afternoon Supreme Court injunction on a complaint filed by a group of BLTA members led by Ken Kerr and Bjorn Ferguson over breaches of the BLTA Constitution in regards to notice of the AGM and election of officers, among other concerns. On Sunday, incumbent, now embattled President Perry Newton described the matter as unfortunate, and he hopes it will be resolved soon. In the meantime, Mr. Newton says the Tennis Association will continue its various programs and preparation of national teams set to travel as early as February. A new date for the BLTA AGM has not been set, but constitutionally it has to happen by April 30th. When the elections are held, Mr. Kerr is expected to oppose Mr. Newton for the post of BLTA president. Well, that does it for news this evening. Once again, I'm Tyler Simonet, and from all of us here at JCN News, have a good evening, everyone.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.